It is going to be almost like a little bit of a circuit, okay? And we're going to run through 4 typical strongman movements, okay? So first we're going to do a low prowler, okay? Then we're going to do a farmer's carry. Then we're going to move from there to a rope climb. Then we're going to go into an Atlas stone, okay? Everyone's a little bit scared of the Atlas stone. And at the end, okay, we're going to do a little bit of locomotion, which means moving from one point to another. That's amazing because you're using your body in those primal movements, which is amazing for circulation, really good for mobility as well.
So it's functional.
Correct, yes.
Ah, there's that buzzword again. Well, let's do it.
Okay.
So this awesome piece of equipment is the prowler, and we are going to prowl with it.
Essentially, if you want to put it like that, okay? Yes, we're going to use the prowler, okay? The prowler is actually one of the easiest things you can use in the gym. What I love about the prowler, actually, it's a good way to actually identify what sort of muscle weaknesses and so forth someone has, okay? The prowler is amazing, okay, because it doesn't involve these sort of like concentric, eccentric movements and so forth. It's good, really good for beginners to get a lot of conditioning and more volume into their legs, okay? So essentially when we're using the prowler, okay, we're going to use the top handle today. You can use different handles that require you to use different muscles, okay? But we're going to use the top handle here, okay? It's pretty simple. You're going to grab the handles, okay? You're going to extend your arms out. You've got to make sure you're nice and tight through the midline, okay? And then driving from the toes, okay? So let's get into it.
So Dave, this is an Atlas stone. This is interesting. What do I do with this?
Okay, yeah, definitely people are pretty intimidated when they see strongman movements and so forth, but as I said, for females, it's amazing. One, because you use your entire, like your full body, okay, and especially using what we call triple hip extension, so using your hips, okay, and the good thing about using the stone, it allows you to go into like thoracic flexion, okay, and that's actually good for strengthening the spine. Too often we're told, don't lift things like this, but if you don't lift things like that, guess what? You're going to be weak in that movement and you're going to do things like disc injuries and so forth. So we need to, as I said, utilise our bodies in more functional ways. Yeah, okay.
Can we just clarify how much this weighs so that if I can't do this, no one judges me?
Okay, so this stone is 50 kilos. Now, I don't want everyone to freak out. It doesn't mean you have to use a 50 kilo stone, okay? But you can use things like dead balls and so forth that weigh about 15 kilos, 20 kilos. But Lexi's going for it today, yeah? All right, we're going to get into it. Position, lift it up into your lap. That's it. Get your legs a little bit closer together. Now bring your hands over the top of the ball and then hip extend the way up. That's it, really good, really good.
4 exercises in. This is a long rope. So it's not just gymnasts that use this, apparently?
No, definitely not. Obviously, I've given you some really complex movements today, okay? And we're going to keep on going with it with a rope climb. The whole thing with a rope climb is just amazing for grip strength, and I really want to reiterate like how important grip strength is, and that's definitely a sign of like longevity. Okay, it's really an indication of where your central nervous system is. Okay, a lot of people stay away from testing their grip strength and so forth. Nothing's more primal, okay, than actually climbing something. And once again, we're actually utilising our shoulder how we're meant to utilise, and we need to get back to those sort of primal movements. Good for midline stabilization, great for the shoulders, great for the grip strength.
Will you catch me if I fall off?
I might step out of the way, mate. Okay, so we're going to get into it, yeah?
Fifth and last exercise in the set, you're all about moving well and moving often, no equipment, what's happening?
So essentially we're going to use more body weight, and we're actually going to do locomotion, which is moving from one point to another, okay, and we're going to use our body the way it's meant to be used. So just to recap, the first 4 exercises we do, okay, which are quite hard, they're typical strongman movements.
Very hard.
And make sure you utilize your rest in between those movements because they're hard on the central nervous system. So that 45 seconds, take that rest, okay? We do those first 4. The 5th one we're going to do is body weight, and this is going to encourage a lot more circulation, really good for the brain. And at the end of that, you take a 1-minute rest, and then we're going to repeat that circuit. We're going to do 4 sets in total, okay? But as I said, it's amazing for the brain, good for circulation, we're stimulating the central nervous system, and it's great for even things like testosterone and growth hormone, okay? Okay, so we're going to get into it. So we're going to start from the ground. Our starting position is always the deep squat. Help the ankles, help the hips. Okay, we're going to stretch out with the hand. Stretch the other hand over the top. The leg comes out, now ear to the ground. Okay, then we're bringing our arm around, staying close to the ground, ear to the ground. So really good for hip mobility, good for shoulder mobility, and as you said, circulation, ear to the ground. Okay, we keep on going.
I feel like Spider-Man.
It is a bit of a Spider-Man movement, okay? Ear to the ground, and we're going to do like one leg, do 10 meters, 10 meters. Okay, after you've done one leg, okay, rest and move to the next circuit. Okay.